Welcome to the Indie Music Room, a conversation with independent artists about writing, recording, performing, and promoting their original music. And now here's your host, Heather Kelly.
Hey everybody, it's your host, Heather Kelly again. This is going to be a banger. I have got an artist, an amazing artist, singer, songwriter. She's a producer, a CEO, a philanthropist. She is the founder of The Little Voice, best known as R&B pop artist, Crystal Starr, all the way from San Gabriel Valley from California. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm hot, but I'm good.
Yeah, I know it's really hot out there. We talked about this. You guys, you don't even know what you're in for. This girl has got uber talent. I'm absolutely privileged to have you on the show. Thank you for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
You got it. Fill everybody in just a little bit about who you are and your background and what inspires you to do music.
Yeah, so I started singing I would say at the age of 3, and my mom, I think she automatically knew that I was going to be a singer. She was like, "You were in the shower all the time singing and all that thing." And I thought I was going to be a gospel singer. I mean, I grew up in church, singing in church and stuff, and then we grew up listening a lot to like Madonna and Prince, and my mom is Puerto Rican and my dad is African American, so it's like there was a lot of mixture of music in the house, like from salsa to pop to my dad's favorite artist, Prince, and Michael. I know
everything you said are my favorites.
Right, exactly. I mean, my first concert that I ever been to was Madonna's concert. I think I was 3 years old, and my mom was wearing cones. She was wearing the cones.
Way to go, Mom! Yeah.
Yes, and we were all dressed in lace, and I swear, like we were way up at the top, but I swear that she waved at me. I was like, she waves for me. So. But no, yeah, things like that. And I grew up in a really amazing, fun household. I have 2 other sisters, and just like we had fun growing up, doing fun things in the house, and playing music was a big part of it. And it just so happened that that's my life. I mean, It's funny because my middle name is Starr. That really is my name, and my parents named me that. And everybody that meets me, like, oh, they must have really known. I'm like, I guess
you were meant to be. You were meant to be, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Your parents were really musical too, weren't they? Though they were both involved in music, so I mean, it's kind of a natural. You've just got the ability, born talent.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was a singer with Jackie Wilson back in the day, and he used to tour with some like gospel groups. They were called Spiritual Crusaders, and they were pretty well known in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I'm floored. I'm actually a little bit starstruck by you, to be honest with you. Like my hands are shaking. I'm not kidding you. Your music is amazing. Your videos, everything's great. But you, my dear, you've shared the stage. I mean, with people. Stevie Wonder, Kanye West, John Legend. I mean, it goes on and on. Tell me how you built your business, or how your career took off.
I mean, I think that when it's meant for you, it's meant for you. And I think for me, it was just, I mean, I was always out there singing. And yesterday I was watching this one thing that, like, I forgot who was doing an interview, and he was talking about oh gosh, it's that one actress lady. I forgot what her name is. Very famous actress lady. But anyway, she was talking about people, if you want to do something in your life, get out there and do it. Don't sit at home and say that you want to do it. You got to get out there and do it. And that's exactly what I did. I went to school for music. I was embedded in music. I went to all the jam sessions. I learned all the musicians. And I'm a jazz major in music, and then from
Where'd
that,
you go to school at?
I went to SMC, Santa Monica College, and then I got a scholarship to Berkeley School of Music.
Amazing.
Didn't end up going there because I ended up catching a tour with Heather Headley, Jessica Simpson, and I was on American Idol at that time. So I just ended up staying back here in LA, and then just from there, everything just kind of took off. And I think that, like, when people know you, they know your reputation and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, just basically started like that. And I just always knew what I wanted in life. And I tell my nieces and nephews this all the time. I'm like, if you want something in life, don't ever have a plan B, because that means that you believe that you're going to fail.
Right.
So always go with your plan A and go hard. And to the, it's not going to be easy, but go hard. So this has been years of me doing music and just having a lot of fun with it.
Tell me about the first song we're going to talk about today. It's called Good Times. And
Yes.
I kind of want to know, I love all these. So tell me, and as I watched the video on these, because this is our first time meeting. So when I was watching the video, I was blown away. And I'm sitting here in my mind as a songwriter, I'm like, I wonder where she was at the time she wrote this. So tell me about Good Times.
That's hilarious that you say that, because that is the biggest story about the song. Is I was on the couch and me and my husband were watching a movie. We were watching a TV show or something, and all of a sudden this melody came into my brain, and I was like, I screamed at him. I was like, "Get your phone, tape me really quick." And he's like, "What?" Yeah. Sometimes it's like that. So I had him. I don't even know if he still has that videotape, but he was videotaping me as I was like humming the melody, and then I think it was like a few months before I called my production team, and I was like, "Hey, I have this idea. I have this song. Let's do it." And then we got in the studio and we did it. And the song is really about having a good time. It really is. Like it was during COVID, I would think, or coming out of COVID. And I was tired of being in a funk of like not being able to see my friends and not being able to touch and hug people. And society was telling us stay away from each other and don't touch each other and stuff like that. And it was sad because like, I think we thrive on hugging and loving. And
it played on all of our minds. I think it really, actually, I think it's changed everything about our world. I mean, I don't know that we will ever go back to what we were prior to COVID.
Yeah.
So your husband taped you kind of doing the draft.
Yeah, he videotaped me. And I sent that videotape to my producers, and we got back into the studio and we started working on it and stuff like that. And yeah, like I said, I like to do things organically. So my friend Biscuit, he's one of my producers, Biscuit and Butter. They're one of my producers. They're part of my Biscuit and Butter. they're part of my production team. And so he's also an artist. Biscuit is an artist, a friend of mine. And I was like, "Hey, you want to jump on the song with me?" He's like, "Sure." And it's really nice when you work with friends and people that are like just really easygoing and stuff. So he was really cool to jump on it and love the song as well. And it just became magical. It's funny. It was number 3 in the UK, and just did a lot of great things.
With that said, you guys, let's go ahead and take a listen to the first song, and that is called Good Times. Here we go.
One, two, three, four.
You were running from someone when I met you that day. All around you, all your friends told you you shouldn't stay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pay no attention to you 'cause of nothing going your way. No way, oh. When all around you, I was always here ready to stay, oh.
Yeah, I was blind, but now my eyes are open. It took some time. Now tell me where we going. Got my life back. I'm finally free. Trying to have fun. You can show me.
Good time, you got it in the moment when you caught my eye. Yeah, you caught me at a good time, and I saw it coming till you passed me by.
This may be the best thing that's ever happened to you. See,
Yeah, you caught me at a good time, and I saw it coming till you passed me by. I knew that we were always meant to be. It took some time, but finally we see. It's been written in the skies above. You'll be for me, I'll be the one you love.
yeah, I was blind, but now my eyes are open. It took some time. Now tell me where we going. Got my life back. I'm finally free. Trying to have fun.
Good times. Never saw it coming till you passed me by.
All right, everybody, that was Good Times. So you can see now with the video, the voice, she's the whole package. Absolutely the whole package. You're my second American Idol person on here on my show. The first one was Carlos, and I can't even catch his name right now. Very, very good kid, very nice guy. But yeah, I think it's great. Tell me about your American Idol experience.
Oh, that was definitely an interesting situation. I mean, I went as a joke with my my now husband and his cousin, and we went literally, well, they went to go and tape. Okay, this is not funny. It was funny to us back then, but he went to go tape people auditioning and they were pretending like they were the producers of the show and going around and making people sing. And so people really believed that they were the producers. And then just as we proceeded in line, because they made everybody go through the line, and they sang and they went that way and I went this way. And I was like, wait, where are you guys going? I wasn't really like being serious about this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I ended up being like top 30 girls. And but you know, American Idol is for certain people. It wasn't really quite for me because I was already in the music industry. I already knew what I wanted to do. But you know, it was a great opportunity. I had a really good time as far as like in the stadium with my husband and his cousin, just laughing at funny things that they were doing. So
yeah. I think if anything, it was a good networking, thing to do and fun. You said it was fun. You've got that under your belt. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your songwriting process. First and foremost, I got in like a wormhole of all your stuff. I looked at every video. I did. Tell me a little bit about your like instruments. What instruments? I mean, I know your voice is your main instrument, but tell me about that and what's your writing process?
Yeah, well, my writing process is, I mean, honestly, I try to take it easy on myself because I think a lot of times in the very beginning, I didn't want to be a songwriter. I know some people are like, I want to do this. And I actually didn't want to be a songwriter. I just wanted to sing. And I had this producer named Fight Ren. He produced all of NSYNC stuff and Backstreet Boys and all that kind of stuff. And he forced me. He put me in a room. He shut the door. He's like, in an hour, I'm going to come back and you better have a song done. I know. And I was like, I don't want to. And he's like, you have to. You're not going to, he's like, you're not going to be one of those artists that you just throw songs at and da da da.
Yeah.
So that's how basically, I mean, I used to write poetry and stuff like that as a kid, but I never really knew how to put the melody with the lyrics and all that kind of stuff. So my writing process is actually I try not to put too much pressure on myself when I'm writing because the more pressure that I put on myself, the less authenticity it is in my music. So I just give myself grace, and I do little things here and there. Like if a song takes me 5 minutes to write, then it takes me 5 minutes. Right. There's a song that I wrote called She. I just knew that at the time that I wrote this, that this was something special. And I have two versions. I have a original version with myself, and then I did a live version with some friends of mine, which were Andrew Day, Judith Hill, and then another person named Kira DaCosta. And it was fun to put my friends on the song because I wanted to show camaraderie between women. And
it should have been performed at the Grammys. I'm telling you, the thing with you guys, if you don't, we're not going to feature that one today, but you have to look it up. I'm sorry. Go ahead and continue.
No,
it was
absolutely
amazing.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs. I mean, I think when I first worked on the first video, it was I sat in the chair for 8 hours and cried for 8 hours, like because I wanted to show like how much our grandmas and our moms meant to us. And I think a lot of times, and not everybody's situation, but I can only speak from my own point of view. My mom has always been there, and I don't think that they get celebrated enough. Like it's like they'll in times when I'm blessed enough to have my dad. I have an amazing dad in my life, and but a lot of girls can't say that, and you know they're raised by their mom, and their mom sacrifices so much for them, or their grandmothers. And I look at even with Simone Biles, like her grandma up to her life and took care of these two girls, and it's just amazing. And I think that women should be celebrated in that retrospect of like, you know, we can do anything. It's pretty amazing of, you know, you can go to work but also be pregnant at the same time. But you know, it just basically depends on how I'm feeling in the moment. If I'm, you know, yeah, basically how I'm feeling in the moment, because creativity has no timeline. You know, sometimes you can get in a funk for a whole year. Sometimes it takes me a whole year to get back into it.
I only tend to write when shit's going on in my life. But what's funny is when life's good, I'm like, I ain't got nothing to write about. I mean, it's good, you know. So I do know what you mean about. It's sad, but it's almost like I need some drama so I have something to write about.
I know exactly what you mean. That's when you start writing about other people's stories.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this brings us to a song. This is a newer release, right? And I listened to it probably 20 times this morning. Watch a video. I was doing some things in my room, and I was just, oh my gosh, loop, loop, loop. Here we go. Tell me about "Don't Waste the Night." This one's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. "Don't Waste the Night." I produced this one. I produced this one, and I had Biscuit come in and do the drums on it, and it was something again that just, you know, I had this melody, and I was like, okay, where are we gonna go with this melody? And it just like came out of me. Let me see. It was written. I wrote this song about. Believe it or not, a lot of people may think that it's about a relationship, but it's actually not. It's about you moving ahead in life. Yeah. And if somebody's going to come with you or get on board, then get on board now. But if not, then I'm taking off without you. Yeah. So that's what the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I gotta go. Meaning, like, listen, you're either going to get on board or you're not, because I'm taking off and I'm doing my thing. So no more waiting for people. It's time for me to do my, you know, shine and all that kind of stuff. So that's what the song is truly about. It's really an empowering thing. It's like, you know, I think a lot of times we get stuck in wanting to pull on, not wanting, but don't know how to do something, so we're pulling on the coattails of someone else, and in actuality they're pulling on the coattails of somebody else and trying to appease them. And so you know, there's a time in life where, I mean, we all have to learn it and we all have to go through it, but you know, just go ahead and move forward. And whether they jump on board or not, it doesn't matter. You know, you're still moving ahead. So
I think it's really advantageous that, you know, you work with a lot of people and you learn little bits and pieces from everybody, but then you've got to make it your own. You know, you can't, I mean, you're so original. You do everything your way, and I love it. But I mean, you know, as you go through, you know, you learn things along the way, because we all started somewhere right at the beginning. Yeah. And so you learn these little things, but how you choose to incorporate it into what you do and make it your own is awesome. I mean, that's what you need to do. You know, you can ride coattails for only so long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I think that's how I learned how to do all these things. It's by, I wouldn't call them failures, but like lessons, like depending on people and, you know, being disappointed and not having the resources. So I had to learn how to do them myself. And then I had to learn how to do them well, because if I want them just as good as the resources I'm expecting or what I'm expecting out of the other person, my resource, then I have to learn how to do it just as well. So I know exactly the same language to speak to them. So
yeah. And I think that's smart, because I would not ask anybody to do something that I couldn't do myself. You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely.
Let's show. I got to show everybody this song. This is a good video too, girl. Okay, we're gonna watch "Don't Waste the Night," and when we come back, you got to let everybody know where to find you. I know I looked up your link tree and stuff, so we'll talk about that when we come back.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, everybody. Crystal Starr, again, amazing, with Don't Waste the Night.
It got late last night. I was sleeping without you. Couldn't wait up longer. I had something to tell you. You keep saying the same thing, but I can see right through you. Show me you're not playing, just make a move before I do. Don't miss the plane, I'm taking off. Stay underground if you want to, I'm flying far. Can't think about it, or you will fall. Stay underground if you want to, I'm flying far. Whoa, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now I gotta go. No time to wait for you. Whoa, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now I gotta know. What are you gonna do? Don't waste the night. Don't waste the night. Don't waste the night. Don't waste the night. Haven't seen any change. It's just not the same. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. We can stay here all night. I'm not trying to fight, 'cause maybe I'm done with you. You keep saying the same thing, but I can see right through you. Show me you're not playing, just make a move before I do. Don't miss the plane, I'm taking off. Stay underground if you want to, I'm flying far. Can't think about it, or you will fall. Stay underground if you want to, I'm flying far.
You would've did it, dog, if you're gonna do it. No more talking, we bout that action, you gotta prove it. Wasting my time, it's not amusing, your texts and calls is muted. Like a car with no brakes, you know, I keep it moving, my track record is proven. I don't play no games, like I went to the arcade and I forgot to change. My business worldwide, passports and planes. Articles and Forbes, Bloomberg and Cranes. Hustle with my veins, I won't stop, you know it. Rapper CEO, could give myself a promotion. For Big 9 and Booze, the only thing that I'm toasting. With the better chicks around at any party I'm hosting. It feels like I'm coasting, I can make the classiest shit turn hoish. See my Instagram, imagine what I'm not posting. The end of the countdown, you know how it's going.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now I gotta go. No time to wait for you. Whoa, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now I gotta know. What are you gonna do? Don't waste the night.
Yeah, don't waste the night.
Don't waste the night. Don't waste the night.
Don't waste the night.
Don't waste the night.
Yeah, don't waste the night.
Don't waste the night.
Yeah, vibes.
Don't waste the night. Crystal, we're going to hear a lot coming from you, I believe. You know what? Don't forget this. I know you do a lot of press and stuff, but don't forget the little girl from Iowa when you are on the Grammys.
I'll never forget about you, Heather Kelly.
Where do you record at? Do you do it in the studio?
Well, actually, a lot of my recording I do at home. I have a at-home studio, and a lot of times I'm running because in my downstairs closet underneath my staircase there's a closet, so that's actually my vocal booth, and then the room is connected to my studio is connected to the vocal booth. So I'm always engineering myself, running back and forth from the DAW to back to the vocal booth and stuff like that. But no, I usually do a lot of my pre-production at home, and then if it's somebody else that's helping me produce a song, then I go to their studio, which is like Biscuit and Butter, and they help me produce a song and stuff, and they have a studio as well. So a lot of times it's either at my house or Biscuit and Butter place. place.
That's not a bad way you're doing it. I was always uncomfortable when you first start cutting vocals and you're like, I'm not quite sure how this is going. You're like, trying to find whatever you want to do, and you're learning it as you go. I didn't want anybody in the control room when I was cutting my vocals or in the vocal booth. So I would, well, again, I'm in a studio with like 2-inch tape. I would sit here and punch my own buttons and then, like have the door shut, the studio locked. Nobody could hear me. And that way I could experiment too. And I have a lower voice, an alto voice, but then I would experiment. And boy, when you hit those sour notes, you can laugh at yourself because nobody else is there to feel embarrassed about,
Exactly. No, absolutely. You're comfortable. You're able to like be yourself and mess up and be okay with it rather than somebody being there with you while you're making those mistakes.
And I have 2 recorded in a closet underneath stairs. I mean, it's a good vocal booth. It really has good acoustics. I'm telling you.
Yes, it does. It really does. I love recording in there. I'm telling you, it's like one of the funnest things.
I think there's this thing where people, just my opinion, and it right or wrong, but I think sometimes people get really hung up on what's happening commercially. Now. But that changes. It's like clothes in the 70s. They came back in style, and they probably will again 10 years down the road, But I find you fascinating because you're very authentic to yourself. You're not following a trend. You're creating one. You're creating your own trend, and you're very individual. And I really admire that about you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It took some time because, we are in an industry where they tell you have to be in this one niche. You have to be in this
little box. Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to stand up for yourself and say that, no, I'm not that. Or even if you say you're not that, not being accepted in the cool kids crowds or whatever. Yeah. But I think that when you realize that you have something special or that I'm just going to go with what I know and what I believe, that you start seeing that you're making your own lane for yourself. And then you start making a lane for those other people who are, wanting to have their own lane as well.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your videos. Do you come up with the ideas behind the videos? Do you have somebody that you do that? Fascinating.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny because every time I'm writing a song or like I'm hearing it in the studio, I visualize it. I can see it already. So there's nobody better than you to like really it's your song. It's the thing that you wrote about. So it's funny because recently it started with Too Late, the song that we're going to talk about next. I didn't have the budget to make the music video, and they were asking me for my music video, and I was like, I don't have the budget right now. Mm-hmm. And I was just on a phone with a friend of mine. Oh, my manager was like, oh, Crystal, I'm really bummed out because we didn't get the budget for the music video. And I was like, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. So then later on that day, I was on the phone with my friend who's actually featured on the song. Yeah. Just talking with him. And I was like, hey, let's go down to this place and just make content. It wasn't going to be like anything else, just content. And as I got more into it that day, it was going to be the next day I was going to go shoot content. Yeah. And I started talking to my mom about it. And I was like, I think I can do this, Mom. I was like, I think I can make this a music video. So I called my cousin down, and my husband has a drone, and I found a place that I liked, and I already edit. I know how to edit videos. Mm-hmm. So I was like, wow, like it just turned out. We sat on the couch and cried after it was all done, just the way things came together. My cousin is a makeup artist. Yeah. So she never, her name is Veronica, and she always does my makeup, but she doesn't handle the camera. She doesn't know anything about the camera. Right. And because that's not what she does. And so I gave her a 5-minute tutorial on my camera. Mm-hmm. And she was like, okay. I was like, just get some interesting shots. She has a creative eye. Yeah. Just go down low like that for 5 minutes. And then by the time we were done, we had this amazing footage with the drone footage and with my camera footage. And now we have four music videos we've done 4 music videos. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm just mind blown with your talent. I really am. My gosh. You guys, let's go ahead and show them what we're talking about as far as this video. This is called Too Late by the genius. I'm not kidding you. Crystal Starr. Here we go. We'll be right back.
need a Superman, but you weren't even clocking. Wasn't looking for a millionaire, but you wouldn't even spend 1 cent. Could've had it all, but you went and dropped the ball. Oh baby, now we hit a wall, 'cause you were afraid to fall. It's crazy. I was so into you, wanted to see this through, but forever was never something you could do. And now the tables turn, too many bridges burn. Can't get back what we had as far as I can. Too late, too late. How long did you expect me to wait? Too late, too late. Took forever to step up to the plate. Too late. This could have been us, but you played too much. Never took me serious. Too late. This could have been us, but you didn't trust what we had. It wasn't enough. Too late. I never pressured you. I didn't think that we were running a race. It hurts that I wasn't first. You were willing to put love in last place. I was so into you, wanted to see this through, but forever was never something you could do. I finally can see what it's supposed to be. You had your chance and now I'm loving me. It's too late. It's too late. How long did you expect me to wait? Oh, too late, too late, too late, too late. Took forever to step up to the plate. Oh, too late. This could have been us, but you played too much. Never took me serious. Oh, too late. This could have been us, but you didn't trust what we had. It wasn't enough. Oh, too late, too late, too late, too late. How long did you expect me to wait? Oh, too late, too late, too late, too late. Took forever to step up to the plate. Way too long, too late. This could have been us, but you played too much. Never took me serious. Too late. This could have been us, but you didn't trust what we had. It wasn't enough. Too late.
All right, guys, I didn't lie. The video is amazing. That was too late. Again, this is truly my privilege. The butterflies are gone now, but when you first came out, I'm like, oh my God, she's so good. Yeah.
Thank you, Heather. You're so sweet. How cute.
Why don't you tell everybody how to find you? Everywhere. You're everywhere. Star, STAR.
R.
Yeah, see that was something I wanted to make sure, because I don't think I would have known that had I not gotten a letter from your, PR people. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
You
tell
guys
them
can
all
find-
about how they can find you and.
Oh yeah. So you guys can find me on Instagram. I'm really active on there. It's Instagram.com/Crystal Starr Music. So it's 2 R's, CrystalStarr music, regular. And then YouTube is the same thing. YouTube.com/Crystal Starr, or you guys can go and just search for Crystal Starr and you'll find my page there. You can go to crystalstarr.com.
YouTube, anything.
Basically anywhere you can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, anywhere basically there's music streaming, you guys can find it there. And yeah, so thank you guys for joining and watching, and thank you, Heather, for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, again, it's my pleasure. I hope you come back and visit sometime. Maybe a couple months from now, maybe 6 months down the road. If you got a new release or something, come back and give us a quick visit or something.
Absolutely, we'll have a new release in a few months, so we'll definitely. I'll tell Annie to reach back out to you.
That's wonderful. Hey, everybody, Indie Music Room. I'm telling you, I've been so blessed to meet the coolest people over the last 5 years. You got to just make sure you hit subscribe to Crystal's page, my page, so you never miss an episode, because you're going to see her. I guarantee you, you're going to see her big time. Crystal, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you,
And,
Heather.
yes, you be well, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You've been listening to the Indie Music Room with Heather Kelly. Be sure to listen every Saturday and Sunday right here on FortDodgeRadio.com and subscribe for all our past and upcoming shows. The Indie Music Room is a production of FortDodgeRadio.com.